What's up? You already know. This is Peach and Baby B, and today we are in the NICU all snuggled up, doing skin to skin with Baby B for the first time today. Doing this has instantly made me sleepy. Like I'm so ready to go to sleep now. Every time I hold baby B, I fall asleep. Every single time we do skin to skin, I be in here and I be like catching myself, or a nurse will come like, "Hey, are you okay?" You know, it's like we be knocked out. It's my itty bitty little guy. He doesn't like he doesn't like all the noise and all of my foolishness. He likes quiet. So we gotta keep it down. You gotta keep it down in here. Thank you. And then his little CPAP mask, he stay pulling it out. You gotta watch him. He'll snatch the whole thing out his face, out his nose. Thank you. I'm so tired. So sleepy. I did so much running around today, which y'all will see in the vlog, just trying to make everybody happy. So it's challenging. Y'all know I got a big family, so trying to make 8 people at home happy and then these 2 in the NICU happy is challenging. Thank you. They're good. They're getting better every day. Look, I could barely keep my eyes. I could barely keep my eyes open every time. I already be tired, but it's just something about holding him. Just this one. The other one I could stay awake, but this one is so, his spirit, his energy is so relaxing. Like I would equate him to a spa. It's like going to the spa. It's just every time my body feels so ease when I hold him and calm. Thank you, yep. He very calm. Oh my goodness. I actually hate life being spelled with a Y, but Wood wanted the name Amazing Life with a Y. I wanted to spell it the regular way, Life. Wood wanted to do YLY. Welcome to the Peach Patch. Thank you. Uh-uh. Say nope. He woke too. Hey. He woke. Oh, they have already been named, guys. Gonna call them Baby A and Baby B. I falling asleep, Lord. Gonna be on here in a little bit. Y'all gonna be screen recording me while like, girl, you holding that baby and you going to sleep. But the good part is he in my shirt. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't say. Thank you. I don't know. That's all I be wanting to do though. I'm happy I got to do this for a long time today. Like, I'm really happy about that. I could have spent my time wiser per usual. I seen some flaws. Like, okay, you gotta make sure you do this and this next time. Don't do this. Do this first. You should sleep. Everything you've been doing since you gave birth. You're sleeping. Look, I want to go home and go to sleep. Sleeping in here ain't that bad. Like, y'all know, I turned this into like a twin size bed, but that's not as comfortable as sleeping at home. So maybe when I finish this, maybe I'll go home, or I might not be able to make it and I just gotta sleep on the little sofa pull out bed. Thank you. Before I go home. But I would love to go home and sleep in my bed with no kids. I wouldn't mind sleeping in the bed with no husband. Thank you. We don't know. Yeah, stay and sleep, be safe, stay the night. Think about it. Last time I went to sleep back there on accident, I was like, and they let me sleep. I was asleep for like 3 hours. And I was like, oh my God. The lady was like, you needed to rest. Thank you. I'll be on go. But I am tired from going back and forth. You're doing July 1st. Congrats. You having twins or just one? Singleton or twins? I cannot wait for the day when I got two babies in my shirt. Put one right here, one right here. Oh, I'm going to just. When I finally get to have both of my babies at the same time, when I tell you I'm going to be bawling like a little newborn, snot booger tears. Snot booger tears like a bad kid. It's going to be another one of those happiest days of my life moments. So I can't wait for that. But this is like so soothing. I don't know. Whatever, whenever I hold him, it's like it just does it for me. My body relaxes, it calms. I already start being a little patient with him. And then it's just I want to be home, you know? Thank you. You be asking God to give you half my energy. I gotta help though, guys. Like, I know I complain about my husband helping, but wood helps a lot. So when I do have those moments where I want to chill a little bit, I kind of can, but I can't sleep all day. They don't really, my family don't give me days like that. If I'm home, they gonna bother me. Would I ever be a surrogate? No. If I didn't have cesareans, then yes. But my last two pregnancies, I had cesareans, so no, I wouldn't do it. I got a friend on Facebook. That's all she do. She done been pregnant every year, sometimes twice in a year. Um, she be having babies for Asians a lot, and for oops, homosexual couples. Do you at least have one friend to talk to, or is the internet your support? I have a friend, but I don't need to talk to a motherfucker for support. I know how to talk to God. I know a lot of y'all think I don't know nothing about God, but I know how to talk to God. Also, what's wrong with me making videos about how I feel and posting them on the internet? One, I earn money from it. Two, it helps me. Three, it helps others. Y'all want the hard parts of life to be a secret. You want me to just shut up and act like my life is perfect. And it's like, it's not perfect. I don't mind talking about it. I don't mind processing my feelings on social media. It makes me money, it helps me, and it helps other people. Nothing wrong with it. Thank you. Thank you. Like what? You say like to respond? People be scared to share what you share. I know they do, so they try to condemn me. We was just talking about this on TikTok, like how people be telling me you need to go heal and this and this. It's like I am healing. I am healed in certain aspects, but talking about your trauma is a good thing. It's not bad. To condemn me for talking about my trauma is insane. When you go through the same, except you either drink it away, do drugs to take it away, go to casino, all those things. When talking about it is one of the healthiest ways to cope, to deal with it, to quote unquote heal. How do you think it helps others? Your life hasn't changed outside of moving. You still deal with the things that break your heart. It helps others not feel alone. It helps others to keep going in spite of. Also, my life has changed quite a bit, regardless if you don't think it has changed, because I don't have $1 million home and I don't have the cars or the money I used to have. I have acquired more wisdom through my losses, more lessons. I teach people how to keep going in spite of. I do my 3 E's in every video, which is educate, entertain, and elevate. That helps people. Do you know how I feel to feel like I talk about my mother wound a lot? Me disliking my mom and not feeling loved in childhood, going no contact with my mom. There's not many black women on the internet who speak about going no contact with a black parent. So here we have somebody like me that's speaking about it. So when you're watching and you're going through the same thing or you're thinking about it, now you don't feel so crazy. Because I remember when I first started having those feelings and I would try to talk to people about the way I feel, they would say that I'm crazy. You only get one mama. No matter what, that's your mama. The idea of going no contact with my mom sounds insane. It's no difference than me choosing to stay with my husband. Some people feel like that's crazy, but a lot of women stay. I'm just willing to show that part. I don't care. I know it helps. I remember when I was going through life and feeling stuck, alone, stupid, dumb, and it was other women on YouTube going through similar situations who were brave enough to be vulnerable and show me them going through it and how they continue to push in spite of. I then had no excuse that, oh, woe, it's me, I can't do it. Oh, you broke my heart, I can't get out of bed. When it's another person who got their heart broken and they still got their kids to school on time, they still cook them breakfast, they still took the little kids out, they still cook dinner and help with homework. That helped me. I ain't gonna never forget that. When they was talking about their schedules, being single moms, and this is how I schedule this is what time we do this, and it helped me organize my life and rebuild my life. I know my videos help people. Now, if you feel like they don't help, they entertain your big ass. So that's why you keep watching them. So it goes back to my 3 E's: education, entertainment, elevation. I know what I'm doing. I'm no contact with most of my family. Haven't seen them since my son was 2 months. Moved across the country at 19 years old as a single mom. Wow, it's amazing. Thank you. It's hard when you choose to share because you're going to be judged, right? But it's okay. We literally go over this and mentor me Peach. I literally teach my thought process in this manner. Also, when I first started doing YouTube, a lot of you are new followers, new subscribers. But when I first started doing YouTube, I had a Peach gift me a video to watch. It was like Peach, watch this video about vulnerability. It's TED Talk. And I watched it. It's a white lady. You guys may find it boring because here we have a middle-aged white woman and she looked like she grew up suburban and she's talking about the power of vulnerability. It's kind of boring. But to summarize the video, because I feel like the message was powerful, is that society will make you think that being vulnerable makes you weak. But really, being vulnerable and transparent how I am makes you strong. A lot of people aren't bold enough, brave enough to do what I do. They just hold it inside, drink it away, smoke it away, or whatever else, it away. They will never come out and speak about what I speak about. So while you may think that it is weak, it's actually strength. And that's admirable. But I keep dozing off. Why I remind myself of my grandma Burley. I remember my grandma Burley. You'll be talking to her next thing you know, her eyes closed. She's still talking. Then she'll finally have one of those. And then you get there and woke. And you turn the TV and she jump up and she like, hey, I was watching that. And it was like, you was asleep for about 30 minutes. And they take their remote and they go back to sleep. You got to try to do it again. I say, man, forget her and this TV. I'm just going to leave it. Being vulnerable allows us to be self aware of our feelings, and that's healthy. Hey, I ain't seen you in a long time. Y'all know I don't be going live over here. I ain't seen you in a long time. How you been? Thank you. Yeah, he's enjoying himself. He's being nice to us because he don't like a lot of chatter. He like it, shh. Go to my brother room with all that over here. He gonna be quiet. He like that. He like quietness, calmness. I'm 35. Hey, Peach, that's correct. Your strength is why I F's with you. That's what I'm gonna say. You're a superwoman. Thank you. I get tired of being strong though. Don't think I don't get tired. You know, some days I don't want to get out of bed. You know, some days I don't feel like pumping. I had those moments just like y'all, but my why drives me. My kids drive me. You know, my goals, it make me do it even when I don't feel like it. Like today, I wasn't gonna be satisfied until I did skin to skin with him because I did skin to skin with his brother. It's like if you could get his brother that much time, you need to give him that much time, kind of thing. Thank you, thank you. Oh my God, you are a very mature and self-aware person. We all go through things. I love it when you break it down. I've done a lot of self-reflecting based on the things you say and made me realize. Um, Thank you. Right. You got to. You need to adopt a child or a foster child. I need to adopt a child or a foster child. I need that in my life. Oh, I was gonna say, not me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't have love for other people's kids. So like, I don't like kids. I only like my kids. I love my kids, but in the world, kids love me because of my spirit. But I don't like kids. I don't want nobody else kid. I don't feel like my heart big enough to love what don't come from me. So for me, I don't ever see me adopting a child. I can't even see me like for me, what comes from me is gonna always be priority number one. Anything outside of what comes from me, I don't care about it. And I think my family played a big role in that because my family loved outsiders and I never could understand that. They would treat family so bad, but treat an outsider that's not any kin of them could just walk up. They would treat them so good. They homeless, get them a place to stay, encourage them. But when it comes to their family, oh no, 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 no. So I felt like growing up seeing that, it made me realize nothing is going to be more important than this. And then when I have grandkids and great grands running around, it's going to be that same concept. Thank you. People are still like that today. Girl, I don't do half of what you do. I have two boys and I be tired. I'm sleepy right now. But I think it's only because of him. Because I know because he's smaller, I be, more concerned with him. And so when I get him and he's like doing good, my whole body just relax. I be so happy. Like I said, I be sitting here like a little puppy, a mommy waiting on a puppy dog. I be so anxious, excited. And then when I get him, I literally feel my whole body starting in my shoulders just like relax. Versus brother over there next door, he's a little bit more crunk, crunk, crunk. I still be feeling soothed, but I never fall asleep like I do with baby B. I'm a mother of nine as well, the biggest blessings in the world. It's crazy how fast I went from, I got on YouTube 4 years, going on 5 years ago, seriously, got on with this page. And I believe Ju- uh, February of 2020 is when I got a little more serious. but March definitely. And it's just been crazy. Girl, it's like, girl, go to sleep. What? I probably just had three. I probably just had three conversations at once. Look, what was I even talking about? My husband would be like, take your behind the bed and just go to bed. Can I be your nanny? I ain't got no money right now. We gotta wait until I get my money back together. Right now I'm broke. The only nanny I can afford is wood. Thank you. Yep. Um, I don't think they ever gonna be in the same room at this hospital. They keep twins in separate rooms, but they'll always be neighbors. Yeah, what was I talking about? Look, when I tell you I act like my grandma Merle, hanging out with that old lady, Lord Jesus. Literally up here having a bunch of conversations at once. Thank you. Do they sound like your other kids when they cry? No. They have their own cry. Like, I can tell them apart already. But y'all know I'm like into them. My husband is more like into our kids as far as like clothes, shoes, and all that. I'm more into the emotional part. But he be knowing what's going on with them too. He be like, listen, look at that. Like, he's observant. Thank you. It's the best way to be. That's seriously all I can afford is him. I appreciate him. I be talking shit, but I appreciate my husband doing what he do. Even though I want him to whatchamacallit. I don't know. I don't think so. We're gonna have to wait till we get home. They haven't been they haven't been back together since they've been born. I wish they could be together. I wish I could hold both of them at the same time. Like, that would make my whole day. And I'm sure it'll make theirs. I feel like he need his brother, but his brother don't need him. I don't see me ever doing a meet and greet. Y'all know I don't like nobody. Thank you. Why am I falling asleep? Thank you. I'm real deal falling asleep. Y'all gonna be up here recording me. I'm gonna be snoring, be so ugly. Wood married to a big grizzly bear. I'm gonna be like that. Y'all think Wood be sleeping. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. But I wanna go home and sleep in my bed. I've been beefing with my husband today. I ain't talked to him all day. But now I wanna go get in the bed with him. How was Disney? Disney was really good. I don't know. Yeah. I can't wait. I know that might be like hard on babies. It's like, imagine you was just with your brother all the time and y'all come into the world together and then you never see them again. Y'all next. So I think that's a little cruel, but they got different levels of care. So thank you. Would you ever do channel collabs? Most likely not. When people want to collaborate with me, they want to use me. When a channel be like, oh, let's collab, it's basically they want to use me. And it's more so little channels that don't got no followers. There's nothing in that for me. Utilizing, working with a small channel, it'll just be some drama. They make some money. I don't make really shit. You is a nobody. So for me, I don't see me ever doing a collab. Y'all know the only person I'm interested in is Rod Wave. Other than that, there's not somebody I just be like, oh, I want to work with them kind of thing. Oh my goodness, that mouth is big. Ah, that's what Wood said. Um, what kind of shot is that? You could charge the small channels for promos and No, I'm not doing it. That shit ain't worth it for me. I don't need y'all. Even if I charge y'all, y'all wouldn't pay me what I want. I would want probably $10,000. You're like, Who she thinks she is? $10,000, or even if I want $1,000. It's a who want more drama, baby? I don't need no more drama in my life. No thanks. Get somebody else to do it. Mm mm mm. Yeah, I want the easy way out. I say take the hard way. Stop trying to take the elevator. Take the stairs to success, baby. I did this on my own. Ain't nobody shot me out. I stayed consistent. And people organically liked me and referred me and shouted me out from there. Ain't nobody give me no little head start. One of the best pieces of advice I got was when mm, I was 18. Not 18. What the hell am I talking about? I go to sleep. One of the best pieces of advice I got when I started this content creator journey in 2020 was from Think Media when Sean said, "Stop trying to work with the next big thing and become the next big thing." And I took that piece of advice and ran with it. So like, instead of trying to collab with Peach McIntyre because she popping this week, next week they might hate me, but this week she popping, and so you want to collaborate with me to tap into what I got going on. Instead of doing that, just spend your focus on you becoming the next big thing, making sure you do your analytics, your tags, all that good stuff, and then you'll be the next big thing. So I took that piece of advice. What you mean, advice on adversity? What part? Elaborate. It's okay to help others though once you learn. I do. I help others all the time. I sell classes. I have a mentorship. I literally just had my class on sale for $2.22. The difference is they don't want help. They just want the easy way. Like, let me just pay to tap in so I could get monetized. They most likely don't like you. Thank you. I hope you can forgive your mama. I forgave mine. She was horribly abusive. Forgiveness to a lot of pain away and freed me from bondage. Well, I don't want to reconcile with my mama, so I hope your hope don't work for me. Okay, that's not what I want. Let me be. Thank you. How did I find my niche? I decided to be a lifestyle content creator because a real life content creator because it allows me to talk about anything in my real life. Thank you. Oh, thank you, White Mountain. I agree. I mean, I could probably be a little bit better at both, but for the most part, yep, I'm a great mom to the husband and the kids, so great wife. I was responding when you said the best advice I got. I thought you were going to say life is for advice. Oh no. Yep. My problem is being consistent. If you can't be consistent, Vanessa, it means your why not big enough. Like my goal for 2025 is to make $10 million on social media. I'm utilizing social media to earn money as a content creator and to funnel people to my other businesses that I have built. So, and that I'm building. So if I do that, I would, have a great segue. So my why is that when I don't feel like it, I just remember that and keep posting. If you feel like, oh, I'm struggling with consistency, it's because you haven't made the reason why you're doing it in the first place big enough. Whether it's to buy a new house or a new car or take a first plane trip, whatever it is, that's why you haven't done it yet. It's not big enough to you. You're doing it like a hobby or a consumer. This is my job. This pays the rent. This pays the lights. This buys food. This pays for Disney World. So I gotta make sure I get up because that why so big. I got a big responsibility. Look, I'm finna get off here because, baby, I'm falling asleep. I done dropped the phone. It did not hit the baby, though. But, yeah, that girl is out of there. I'm finna get off here. I've been on here for 29 minutes. Thank you, White Mountain girl. Was it scary going from collecting to making big? Y'all seen that? Oh shit, wake up. Yeah, I think I am gonna have to definitely sleep here tonight. Thank you. Forgive your mama before it's too late. Also, you can use her to keep your kids. Listen, don't let my mama watching my kids for that one day fool y'all. My mama do not like watching my kids. She does not like watching kids. We literally got videos of her saying that. She would rather buy my kids stuff than to watch them. That's not her thing. So just because she did it this one time and pretend like, oh, she love it and this what she always did, don't be a fool. My mama hate watching kids. She like living her life. She's not no present grandma. She's not no take the kids to Chuck E. Cheese, take the kids to Busch Gardens, none of that. She like buy them something, get out her face, because I don't like being bothered with kids, you know. And we've had this conversation many times. So all that stuff that y'all saying, uh-uh. But she watched them. Yeah, that one time, that's not going to be an ongoing thing with my mama. And typically, I pay my mama to watch my kids. So no thanks. I appreciate it, and that's that. That was a one and done. No thanks. Peach knows her mother trusts her when she tells you about her. I really do. Look, now I woke up. I'm acting like my great grandma. This shit is so funny. Like, okay, Merle. I'm acting just like my great grandma. No matter what you did, she was still there. I don't give a fuck. That's her choice. I ain't got to be there. I hope y'all know that. Thank you. So your mom has never been good to you at all? No, she's been good, but the bad outweighs the good, especially in my core years. So we have to remember when we talk about child development, ages 0 to 8 is where your child gets their self worth, self esteem. They build their belief system and things of that nature. So depending on how you treated them from ages 0 to 8 is the most important. My mama treated me like shit from ages like 0 to I'll say 13, maybe 14. She treated me really bad. So for me, it's like in my brain, embedded in my brain. And then even after that in adulthood, my mom has done some foul stuff consistently. Even after me expressing things that hurt me, she went on to do them. And even though the video when I was crying about when I told my mama not to tell people my kids was in daycare, and she literally tells the people my kids at school, I mean at daycare, and bust out laughing and say, oops, like just feeling like my mama purposely trying to sabotage me. I don't like stuff like that. I feel personally, I would never, hey,
You still doing okay?
uh-huh.
Okay. Do you need anything?
Nope, I'm
Okay.
good. Thank you. Me personally, I feel like my family really tried to destroy me. And for that, I'm never, it's never gonna happen. And it's like, especially when I tried to help them do content creation and they didn't want to do it. And then the only time you take it serious was when you was trying to destroy me. That's disgusting. For me, it's a no. Some folks have to remember after you've been beaten up and hurt, it would be insane to set yourself up to get hurt again. Some things just won't change. You can forgive people and move on with your life and not accept their behavior. Peach is doing amazing. You act like you have some deep down hurt prayers. Thank you. Yep, narcissists are always going to do what you tell them not to do or do what bothers you the most. Yep, and then they only do it. Even a situation with my mama getting my kids. I did see like video clips on TikTok of my mom, like people was reposting, and I felt like even with that situation, if that was like a genuine trying to just help me and wanting a relationship with me, it wouldn't have been blasted all over social media and acting like you the grandma of the year. Like when I seen those videos, I was like, so I don't like this bitch now. So for me, I don't see me reconciling with my mom, and definitely not my siblings. My brother literally said that he hoped I died, and my sister was saying I should, off myself, and my brother was saying how he'll spit on my grave. Like, how did y'all forget all that? No, Absolutely not. Talking about your kids could fight me? Absolutely not. Yeah, never, ever, again. You will need her again. I promise I won't call. Or my husband won't call. I promise. Thank you. I definitely agree with you about your mom as far as not reconciling, but forgiveness is for your healing. No. No. They meant every word they said and did. It was insane. It's like how quick we forget. Like I really was just at Disney where I wasn't bothering nobody to act like I had people jump you. And you know this is how I take care of my kids. Is insane. To utilize triangulation to ruin the relationship I had with my siblings because I wasn't talking to you is crazy. To sit up there and keep saying that I'm lying on you and you would never apologize to me for a lie, I'm good. I'm good. For my sister to never want to do social media, but then when a group of bitches go to talking about me on live, you hop on a live and talk about me too, cause you mad when you literally could have just did that on your own page. No, never. Mm-mm. But like I said, I'm appreciative of her getting them so that my husband could come be with me. I do appreciate it. However, that was a one and done situation. I know. Thank you. Hmm. Even when my brother tried to get me to come back. So I know a lot about narcissism and the family dynamics, scapegoat. I listen to a lot of Dr. Romney and I read a lot of books about narcissism and family dynamics, golden child, scapegoat, all that stuff. So I know the tactics and things of that nature. I know when my brother was trying to get me to come back, because y'all know for Mother's Day, y'all might not know, my brother bought me a Mother's Day gift to my house, my old house, and I wouldn't open the door for him. And my kids was in the backyard. We was barbecuing, and it was on the bouncer. And my brother came to the backyard and gave Wood the gift that he bought me and left. And I made Wood go outside before my brother could pull off and give it back. I want absolutely nothing from you. Now, to some people, it's like, oh, he's trying to reconcile. That's nice. But no, what that is they want you to come back because they feel like, damn, now that you gone, I'm getting picked on. I'm the new scapegoat. I need you to come take your place back. That's what that is. They just try to bring you back when your family. First, they smear you. They call you a liar. They do the smear campaign. They call you a liar. They gang up family members. They call them flying monkeys. Family members that you ain't seen in years, ain't talked to in years. They all got something to say about you. That's called flying monkeys. So we're gonna do a smear campaign. We're gonna have the flying monkeys come around, and then after that, what's going to happen is the narcissistic person will just find another supply, aka a new scapegoat, in this case my brother, and now he need me to come back, take my position back. When I step back, the family dynamics is still jacked up. When I was around, Peaches was the problem. Now Peaches is gone and we still have problems. Oh my goodness, we got to deal with ourselves, kind of thing. So yeah, for me it's a no. I believe that it's okay to talk about how you feel and what you went through. However, I know that you love your mom. I don't love my mom. And I believe that she loves you too. I don't think that she loves me. I'm sorry that you can I'm sorry that you can reconcile one day. So I want you guys to understand that I'm very thorough in the way that I speak. I can speak for myself and I can talk about my true feelings. I don't love my mom. If something was to happen to my mom, I would not show up. I would not care. If my mom was to die tonight, I would not care. I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't go to my mama's funeral. I wouldn't want to be in her obituary. The same energy I had for my dad would be the same energy I would have for my mom. And some of you guys would think that's sad, that's evil. She don't feel that way about you, so that's the way that I feel. Now that feeling can always change, but at the current moment, That's how I feel. Yeah, I don't love my mom at all. I came to that realization in 2017. I started to realize I hate my mom. I don't love my mom. And then when I told my husband that, he said that I was crazy. I only get one mom. And then when I would try to talk to other people about it, they would say the same thing. You only get one mom. And it wasn't until I started reading books about this kind of stuff where I learned they hated you first. You didn't just wake up and feel that way. It was like a bunch of stuff done that made you feel that way. And it's okay, you know? It's okay to feel this way. You're not crazy. There were a bunch of events that happened that led you to this moment. And that's what I realized. Me and my mama had that conversation before. Like, even when it came down to her saying, like, oh, you picked him over me, like, about they fighting stuff. And I said, I love him. I don't love you. And she was like, what? I said, I don't love you at all. You guys have to remember, I've dealt with verbal abuse from my mom my whole life. Imagine your mom calling you stupid, dumb, retarded, fat, ugly, your whole life. Your whole life. Your mom being your first bully. Your mom, when we get in public, even now in adulthood. Remember when we went out of town for Wonderful's birthday, um, and me and my mom got into it. What, it was his first birthday, so about 2 years ago, because she kept bringing up when I was young how I wore my sister's shoes to school, my sister Nikes to school, and my feet was bleeding because the shoes was too small and I got blisters on my feet, and my stepdaddy had to carry me home because I couldn't walk no more, and she was laughing about it, and I got so upset, and I told her that just goes to show how much of an unfit mama you was, because Sandra had the Nikes and I didn't have no Nike tennis shoes, and I wanted to wear a pair so bad that I wore her shoes that was too small for me. Meanwhile, Drill and Elwood got the name brand shoes, and you gonna laugh about it even as an adult, bring it up in front of everybody, a story that is something so shameful for me, and laugh about it and make it a joke. Oh, I hate you, and we like got into it. Like my stepdaddy had to take her outside. I was mad. Wood had to try to calm me down. I went to sleep crying. Like, bitch, I hate you, and I mean that with every breath in my body. I hate my mom. Um, Feelings can change, but at the current moment, that's how I feel. Yep, calling me Big Bertha, big Wait until we get around a crowd of people to scrub my neck, calling me dirty neck. Just a whole lot of embarrassment. Mm-mm, mm-mm. You still have to forget to be free. Well, maybe I don't want to be free. I like it. I like it. At 9 years of age, she would take me to school and punch me in the face while walking to school. I'm sorry to hear that, Frank. But yeah, it happens. And then I hope y'all know verbal abuse is the worst form of abuse. It's worse than physical abuse. Even they say like when it comes to sexual abuse, you can look it up. They're saying that like the verbal abuse, emotional abuse, is worse. Thank you. At least she kept a roof over your head. I helped keep the roof. The government kept the roof over my head. Y'all be wondering, oh, they kept a roof over your head to try to play me because I done got evicted multiple times. I don't give a fuck. At least I had the balls to go out into the world and attempt to make something of myself. I don't care if I get out and fail 10 more times. I'm going to keep getting up. A lot of y'all only kept a roof over y'all kids' head because of Section 8 or public housing. It ain't like y'all was out here doing it on y'all own. Y'all ain't paying no $3,000 in rent, $3,500. You ain't never did that. So I'm never gonna be ashamed. And for those of you young girls out there like me that's out here failing, getting evicted, homeless, etc., don't you let none of these old ass bitter ladies that ain't never paid a full bill by their motherfucking self make you feel bad about failing in life. Oh well, keep going, brush it off, get you a new home, do better with your finances, keep trying. Them hoes ain't had the balls to do it. Never did it. Never. Committed so much fraud. Never did it. One of the reasons why you can't get government assistance, because they old ass won't get off. Don't feel bad about it. I promise you, people say that all the time. Uh, somebody comment said my story reminds me of a lady who despised her mom till the mom died. I promise you, I'm not gonna be the one crying at nobody's casket. They thought I was gonna do that with my daddy. You heard what they said? You go if you want to talk to him. You go to the graveyard and talk to him, bitch. Who gonna go to the graveyard and talk to him? I would never grace his grave with my presence. Never. All right. My grandma died. That was my mama. My great grandma Merle raised me. She been died. I couldn't get low income housing because they old ass won't get off. She allows Wood to hurt her over and over again. She needs to rid herself of him too. We'll get there when we get there. I'm healing. First time I cussed my mother out was because she believed her ass was a perfect parent. She's evil and narcissistic. Hi. He probably took it out, did he?
No, it looks fine.
Good job.
Yeah, I think they break or something.
He in my shirt, they was concerned like he was having an event, like he wasn't breathing or something. But they say it's because he's super comfortable. Thank you. I appreciate it. You will need Tracy again. I ain't need Tracy the last time. I still had my babies by myself. I ain't need her. Wood could have kept them. And we talked about this earlier. I done made videos on this. The reason why a lot of us kids who don't like our parents, who hate our parents, resent our parents, strongly dislike whatever term you feel comfortable with, is because they won't do the four things. One, acknowledge. My mama acknowledge or admit. My mama has always said I'm a liar. I'm lying on her. Two, apologize. My mom has never apologized to me. Why would I apologize for a lie? Well, maybe I did do some things. Maybe I could have been better, but still no apology. Number three, change. Make a plan to change. And then number four is actually change. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. And I'm very, the same way how y'all be like, oh, you forgive what? How many times have I forgiven my mom? I know my mom before I knew my husband. I've forgiven her numerous times as well. I remember my mama was cheating on her husband with her coworker at her job when she was working at USF. And she tried to hook me up with the man. And I said, I could just tell how she was describing the man to me. I said, you messing with him? You messing with him. I said, you cheating on your husband, messing with this man. You would really try to hook me up with somebody you already sleeping with. Disgusting. Invited that same man to my stepdaddy birthday party. She threw him. Disgusting. Disgusting. But yeah. Then that's when people gonna say, don't bash your mom. I wouldn't tell that about my mom. Just goes to show who she is. Knowing how you feel about your mom, I would take his kids to her when you went into labor because I wanted him with me. I'm sure your kids see your faults now. They do, and I tell them about them. That's the difference. I know that I'm not crazy. I know that I'm not perfect. The difference is I can admit, I can apologize, I can make a plan to change, and I can change. Or I could tell my kids I don't want to change. Here's why, and don't change. Also, when my kids grow up and my kids decide they no longer want to deal with me, if that was to ever occur, I wouldn't be out here acting crazy. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why my kid, I was a great mom. No, I was not. There have been times where I could have been better. There have been times where I was selfish. There have been times where I didn't care about anything but gambling. I didn't pay the bills because I gambled. That's not going to be alive. My kids come and they want to say that. That's the truth. I apologize. Here's why I was doing this. If they feel like for my own healing, I can't fuck with you, I'm done with you, I'm going to understand that. It's going to be very different because I've already done it to my own parents. I ain't going to be sitting up there crying. I'm going to understand. I'm going to own it. That's what y'all fail to realize. Y'all hoes like to be, I did the best I could. I was a good mama, a damn good mama. You know how dramatic y'all like to be. Child, please. You like to call your kids a liar, tell them things didn't happen, etc. Wow, I wouldn't have guessed your mom was that way according to what we said. My mama, man, narcissistic people, I keep telling y'all that narcissistic people need the outside to be perfect. I cannot let you see my flaws. I cannot, they gotta be clean on the outside at all times. They gotta have this spotless home at all times. They treat strangers good and they treat the people that know them like shit because they can't let the world know that they're not perfect. Me, I don't give a fuck. I know I'm not perfect. I don't try to be. I don't wake up and try to be the most perfect version in the world. I do try to be better every day. I do know there's room for improvement, but I'm not finna get on the internet and act like my life's so perfect. My mama is a whore and was a whore. My mama has cheated on her husband, my stepdaddy, numerous times. My mama cheated on her first husband. She's a user and she's narcissistic. I know who my mama is. She's a compulsive liar. She does a lot of triangulation. She hides behind God. My grandma the same way. I just talked about this on TikTok. My grandma literally teaches Sunday school. You'll see her. Oh, she's so sweet. My grandma literally will hunch that lady husband on Saturday night, dance with him at my grandma's yard that I left home, baby, to be with my side piece, and then go teach your kid about God on Sunday. Don't nobody know the Bible better than the devil. Y'all let just because people go to church fool y'all. Oh, she's into the word. Like we don't see on the news what pastors doing to kids. Come on now. And what did your dad do? Was he also a bad father? The bitch was absent. My daddy allegedly had 22 kids with 16 or 17 different women. Now his obituary, I think they had like 11, maybe 9 kids in there. But allegedly he had like 22 kids from 17 different women. He was an absent, inconsistent father. He ain't really do shit. My life is literally like textbook. Both of my parents had a lot of childhood trauma. They were both dealing with themselves. Y'all know back in the day you could just drop your kids off at grandma's house. That's what they did. My daddy literally would come get me and leave me with anybody. He literally would leave me with anybody. Y'all remember why me and my mama like fell out? I was with my kids and a song came over my spirit. It goes, that, my voice gonna be horrible, but it goes, that childhood trauma creep up on you like a thief in the night. My own mama and my own daddy didn't treat me right. Black sheep, yeah, I'm the black sheep on both sides. Felt like my grandmama Merle, the only one who loved me in my life. I felt like I was ugly and unimportant because my mama told me so. Imagine having your own mama call you bitches and hoes. And my daddy, he would pick me up and leave me any fucking where. Anything could have happened to me and the nigga didn't care. Right? So y'all remember, if y'all remember, I made that song up. I took my kids to the pool. And when we was leaving, it just came over my spirit. I started singing it and recorded it, posted it. Everybody was saying how much they like it. And my mama called me and she said, "Why you keep lying on me?" And I said, "Lying on you? What do you mean lying on you?" She was like, "You lying on me. I'm sick and tired of you." I'm like, "How am I lying on you? Merle did not have you all the time. Tell me, I used to leave you with Merle." I'm like, "You did. You used to leave me with Merle for weeks." She was like, "I did not leave you for weeks." I said, "Okay, well, for days, without food or clothes." My grandma literally hand washing my uniforms and putting them in the dryer. No food. I'm eating sugar bread, drinking sugar water. And you got food stamps at home. I got a bed at home and you being a hoe. You didn't come get me. Elk gone with his daddy them. Drill gone. You know, I'm with my grandma Murrah. And she was like, "That's a lie. That's a lie." That's not a fucking lie. That's the truth. So it's like, we can't even have this conversation because you want to just say that I'm a liar. How can we, we can't get past this. And then when I be like, therapy, I tried all that with my mama. I've been offered all that years ago with my mom. Even when it comes to narcissism, I had never heard the word narcissist until one day this girl was explaining like the traits of a narcissist, and she was saying her mom was a narcissist, and every narcissistic trait was my mama. And I sent it to my brother. I was like, "Elwood, mama is a narcissist. Look at this." And I sent it to him and he was like, "Oh my God, that's mama." And then we told her and she got upset. She got upset the first time. The second time we kind of had a deeper conversation. But my mom acted just like my grandma. If you tell my grandma anything about herself, she's going to yell, cuss, and leave. Like, "I don't got to hear this, Peaches. I don't want to hear it. Shut up, I'm leaving." Like, they never want to sit and have a conversation about it. So it's like, hey, imagine your mama making you bathe in her dirty bath water. Do y'all understand how fucked up psychologically that is? To have your mom purposely make you bathe in her dirty bath water and then tell you dirty. And then when you get around people, tell everybody how you dirty. But she's literally making you bathe in her dirty bath water. Do you know how sick that is? And even in adulthood, coming to remind you that you dirty, and then you believe in her, and you becoming these things. You're just like dirty, depressed, thinking you a bad mom, thinking that you dumb. Everybody telling you dumb, you slow, you retarded, and you actually finished high school, got a full ride scholarship, had $1 million business, done wrote a book. You smarter than all these motherfuckers. They lying to you the whole time. So it's like, yeah, as I got older and like processed this, it's like, yeah, for me, it's no. It's never. It's no. It's never. No, I like talking about it. It helps me. And then it make nobody else bathe in her dirty bath water. And then even when I say that, my sister them looking like I'm crazy, like, cause they didn't experience that same experience. Everybody experience was different, and that's how you know you the black sheep. And then y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all done seen it. Y'all seen the hate I get on both sides of my family. It's been like that my whole life, you know? I know she did. I already told y'all my theory. I feel like this. I feel like my cousin mama was right. My mom hated me since I was in her stomach. And I told you guys this story before, and I talked to my mama about it. My mama said that's a lie. But one of my cousins that knew my mama before I was born was like, "Peaches, the reason why your mama don't like you, because me and my mama been having issues before YouTube. This has been going on for years. This ain't new. It's just on the internet now. But one of my cousin's mama was like, Peaches, you ever stop to think that your mama hated you since you was in her womb, and that's why she hates you? And I was like, what? She was like, just imagine now, you're a woman now. Imagine your mom being pregnant with you. She's in a relationship with your daddy, and your dad lives in the house with your mom. Imagine that, right? Now, imagine your dad getting 8 other women pregnant while your mom is pregnant with you. Imagine that. Now, imagine him also beating her while she's pregnant with you. She begins to hate him and hate you. And now your mom don't know how to disassociate that disdain. And then as I gotten older, that was like one piece of the puzzle. I went and asked my mom. As soon as my cousin mama told me that, because it made pretty good sense to me, my mama said, that's a lie. She was like, that's a lie. Why would I hate my child? That is a lie. That bitch crazy, you know? But it made complete, perfect sense to me. Because that love that a mother should have for her child, my mama just never had it for me. My mama don't got baby pictures of me. Even when I was the homecoming queen of high school, we had to, for court, we had to turn in baby pictures. The only baby picture my mama had of me was a picture of my sister Sandria holding me as a newborn baby with my daddy chain on. My daddy had not a Cuban link. What was them other rope chains, them little herringbone, not a herringbone. It was one of them big old rope chains. I'll see if I can find it and post it for y'all. But that was literally the only baby picture I had. And before my daddy died, 2 years before he died, or like a year and a half, y'all know I had talked to him. My daddy had a bunch of baby pictures of me. My daddy told me, what you mean you ain't got no baby pictures? And he went and he put out all these baby pictures of me. I was like, what? Had never seen them before. I literally had one baby picture. That was it. That's the only, and it was really my sister. I'm gonna find it so I could post it so y'all could see what I'm talking about. But I had to use that picture so everybody thought my sister was my baby picture. And I'm like, no, I'm the baby that she holding that you could barely see because my mama didn't have pictures of me. But yeah. So it's like I always felt differently, you know? Who brought your homecoming court dress? Me. I brought my homecoming court dress. I bought my prom dress. I bought my graduation cap and gown. I bought my yearbook. I paid for my own college applications. You know, you have to pay for your applications when you're going to college. My guidance counselor had the school pay for 3 of them, and the other ones I paid for. I had a full ride scholarship to college. I did all that myself. I've been making my own doctor's appointments since I was 12. So for those of you who like that, like, baby, I've been my own parent. Been. Imagine you 12 years old, you gotta call, make your own doctor's appointments, make your own dentist appointments. My mama didn't do that. I did that shit myself. I've been paying for stuff myself. We have to find out why the black mom is so evil. I think it's because they're bitter. So now we got why I think my mama hate me. To put it on top of that, I look identical to my daddy. My daddy got a couple kids that look like him, but I look the most like my daddy. My brother even used to be like, you should have been a fucking boy. You look just like your daddy. You look more like your daddy than me. My brother on my daddy's side. I literally look just like the man. So imagine this girl look like the man you hate. She's smart like the man you hate. And then my daddy family hate me because of my mom. My mom, y'all could go ask her the amount. I don't know how much money, but my dad used to cheat on my mom or whatever. My daddy had went to jail. He needed to bond out. My mama told him that she ain't had no money, and he told her to lift, I think, up the carpet. You could go ask her about the story yourself, but she said she lifted up, I believe it was the carpet, and it was like all this money. And she told him, F him. She not giving his mama nothing. She not bonding him out. He shouldn't have been cheating on her. And she stole all the money, and she went and bought like new stuff, took her family to the mall and stuff. So my daddy's side hated my mama for that, and my daddy ended up going to prison, I think, after that. But that's why they hated my mama. And because they hated my mama, they hated me. I got My daddy, grandma, gramps would never speak to me, ever. Like, imagine me coming around and I'm like, hey, is my daddy here? And she like, because of what my mama did. So when I go back to that quote, which we learn in literature, um, I used to take college English in high school. One of the quotes is, "Children pay for the sins of your father." You'll see their fathers. You'll see that in a lot of literature, and you'll hear me say it a lot. That is true. So it's like the sins of my father, I had to pay for. The sins of my mother, I had to pay for. So yeah, she would not speak to me. Even when I became an adult, um, and before she died, she still wouldn't speak to me. And I'll never forget, I got another sister on my daddy's side that looks similar to me. And she came and she did the same thing. She said, is my daddy here? And my grandma looked at her and she said, that ain't your daddy. And turned her, like, just, she was a mean, old, grumpy, grouch, evil bitch to the day she died. And my daddy was her favorite grandchild. So now they like hated me because of what my mama did. So that goes on a lot, you know? Eminem wrote a song about how much his mother traumatized him. John Mayer wrote a song about how you're supposed to be good to your daughters, um, so they don't cry. That's why I said 9 kids and gambling. Yeah, that's my demon, me gambling. But I haven't gambled in 7 days, about to be 8. What don't kill you only makes you stronger. That's why you're a superwoman and blessed and highly favored. But I don't want to be all those things. Yep, this story again. If you don't like it, ho, get off my page. Isn't your mom being helpful right now? Focus on the positive. My mama watched my kids for one day while I was in the hospital. Their daddy went and got them the next day. She watched them on Christmas Eve when my babies was born. And their daddy went and got them on Christmas Day. And since then, they've been with their daddy and me. So, yeah. Tell the truth, shame the devil. A lot of people will have to get real just because you're shining a light. Time to be honest. Some of us had a lifetime of trauma because of our parents. Yeah, but they like to just blame the black father. They never talk about it's okay to be mad at your black daddy, but you can't be mad at your mama. Like, that's your mama. She gave birth to you. Just because somebody give birth to you don't mean they love you. And then my mama even said herself to my, she ain't know what love was until lynch mob. And that's why I love my stepdaddy. Like, my stepdaddy is an amazing man. Oh my God. The way he loved my mama, I appreciate him, you know? The way he came and changed our life because before lynch mob, my mama was hoeing. Like, when I say hoeing, I don't mean prostituting on the streets. She was just sleeping with different men and women. She was just an absent parent. She wasn't financially stable, even getting government assistance. Like, we still ain't have food sometimes. And anytime times got hard, my sister left. My sister never stayed through hard times. Let us not have no food. My sister finna call my grandma or my auntie. They finna come get her and she go on about her business. Me and Elwood had to endure the hardships. Me and Elwood stayed during the hard times. And I had to be like Elwood's parents. I told y'all, me and my brother had that conversation. And then he always said he regret telling me that, but it was the truth. Well, we had a conversation and my brother had said he was crying. And he was like, Peaches, I felt like you was my mama. I'm only 4 years older than my brother. I told my brother, imagine how I feel. I got angry. And he didn't expect that out of me. Like, he was crying about how he felt about our mom and telling me, like, I felt like you was my mama. You helped me with homework. You cooked. You had to come find me. I felt like you was my mama growing up. My brother is 4 years younger than me. So imagine having somebody 4 years younger than you thinking that you they mama. Do you know how unfair that is? That I had to watch you, feed you, help you with your motherfucking homework and nobody did nothing for me. It makes me dislike you. I had to do that. So I got like enraged, I got angry. It's like, look at it from my perspective. You're not my fucking child. I had that conversation with him. He was mad one time, talking about I'm doing more for my kids than him. You're my brother. You're not my fucking child. So it's like I have all of these different experiences. There's no difference in my cousin that died, my little cousin five that died. When he died, how I didn't go to his funeral, I didn't go to his repast, and everybody was shocked. Even my husband. My husband was like, "You sure, Peaches, you raised that little boy? You had him all the time. Like, we couldn't even go places sometimes because you had him." And I said, and I hated every moment of it. Imagine raising somebody else's kid for free. Even when you don't want the kid, you got to raise the kid. You got to watch him. You say you don't want to watch him, you don't got no choice. I didn't like that for me. And that's why I don't do that to Gregory McKay. I know y'all would love for me to be that kind of mama. Y'all like to put that in your head that me and Wood just leave Gregory with kids all day. Gregory barely watches siblings. Even if you look at my birthday video, Gregory only had four of his siblings, well, three of them. What was it, four? He had himself, Amazing, Gorgeous, and McIntyre. So it was four of them. He had three of his siblings while his daddy brought me to the hospital. I had, we had Wonderful, Phenomenal, and Choice. Gregory barely ever watches siblings. I don't believe in making your child be a parent to siblings. I don't like that because I have lived that life. I know what that's like watching everybody kids. Or your mama might get the baby, and once she get the baby, give you the baby, and now you ain't got no choice. It's like, I don't want to watch this fucking baby. So that's why I didn't go to my cousin's funeral. It's like I hated that. I don't hate him. Like somebody's like, oh, you hate him. I don't hate him. I hated my experience with those people. I hated the fact that I had to watch their kid. None of them watch my kids. I hate the fact that I was robbed of a childhood. I hate that. I hate that I had to be their parent. So that's why when I say I don't love other people's kids, that's one of the reasons I don't have it in me. I can't love nobody else's kids. No, only mine. Any woman who doesn't have respect for their mother will never have respect for herself by her not letting go of hatred. It will eat her up, and it already has. I mean, look at her man. Man, please. The way I feel about my mother is a direct response of how my mother treated me. That's it. I don't have moderators. I do everything myself. Perhaps. This is why some of the oldest children don't want children. I agree. Parentification of younger kids is fucked up. It's like for y'all to not understand that, for my brother to say that, and he be like, I regret I said that to you. I didn't mean it that way. No, you meant it just how you said it. And I ain't gonna never forget it. Because imagine how I felt. I am still living, but every day I'm still dealing with this stuff. Especially when you have kids. You don't know what trauma you gonna awake until you have a kid. Oh my God. And as your kids hit different milestones in life, it's gonna trigger you because your kids literally just be a reflection of you. When you have babies, it's like, well, you want to protect them, you want to keep them safe. Then as they grow, it's certain things like how I didn't make it the gorgeous thing on time, and how I was like crying about it, sad about it, because it triggered me. It reminded me of my parents never showing up for my milestones, and I was in everything growing up. I was a cheerleader. I was in poetry contests, storytelling contests. I auditioned for Nickelodeon. I was in talent shows. I'm gonna get off of here because it's time for the baby's hands on. I'll see y'all later.